You don't need 10 habits. You need one. And once you find it, everything else falls into place. Not because you became superhuman, but because you stopped fighting yourself. The list is endless. Wake up early, meditate, journal, exercise, read, eat well, save money, call your mother. By the time you've planned your perfect day, you're already exhausted. You haven't even started. This is the problem with most habit systems. They try to change everything at once. They hand you a checklist the length of your arm and say, just be disciplined, as if discipline were infinite, as if willpower had no ceiling. But willpower is a bucket with a hole. Every new habit drains it faster. Every decision costs something. And by 3 p.m., the bucket is empty. You haven't failed. You've just tried to boil the ocean with a match. You look at people who seem to have it all together and you think they must have more willpower than you. They don't. They have fewer decisions. They've arranged their world so that the right choice is the easy choice. And you're still trying to brute force your way through a system that was never designed for brute force. The self-improvement industry sells you complexity. More habits, more routines, more apps, more tracking. But complexity is the enemy of consistency. The more moving parts, the more things that can break. And when one thing breaks, you throw the whole machine away. You don't need more habits. You need fewer. You need one that carries the others on its back. But nobody sells simplicity, because simplicity doesn't look impressive on a vision board. Simplicity doesn't fill a 12-week course. Simplicity doesn't generate content. So instead, you get buried under systems that were never designed to help you. They were designed to keep you buying. There is a leverage point. One habit that, when installed, makes every other habit easier. Not because it's magical, not because it's some secret the gurus are hiding, but because it rewires your entire decision-making architecture from the ground up. Think of it like this. You don't need to push every domino individually. You need to find the first domino, the one that, when it falls, knocks down the rest without you lifting another finger. Most people spend their lives pushing dominoes one at a time, exhausting themselves, burning out, starting over. But the people who seem to change effortlessly, they found the first domino. They pushed it once, and then they watched the chain reaction do the work. The shift is not about doing more. It is about doing less, but doing the right less. And the beautiful thing about finding the first domino, you stop feeling guilty about all the other dominoes you haven't touched yet, because they're going to fall on their own. You just have to be patient enough to trust the chain reaction, and brave enough to stop pushing everything at once. The keystone habit is environmental awareness. Before you do anything, ask one question. What in my surroundings is about to make a decision for me? That's it. One question, one pause, one moment of seeing clearly before you act on autopilot. Because here is the truth no one tells you. You think you make decisions. You don't. Your environment makes decisions and you ratify them. The phone on your nightstand decides you'll scroll first thing in the morning. The cookies on the counter decide you'll eat sugar at 2 p.m. The cluttered desk decides you'll procrastinate instead of focus. You are not choosing. You are reacting. And the keystone habit is the moment you stop reacting and start seeing. Once you see the puppet strings, you can cut them. Once you notice the trigger, you can remove it. Once you identify the environmental cue, you can redesign it. This is not about willpower. This is about architecture. You are not weak. Your environment is strong. And the one habit that changes everything is the habit of noticing what your environment is doing to you before it does it. Every great change begins with awareness, not motivation, not inspiration, not a Monday morning reset, just awareness. The simple, quiet act of seeing what is actually happening instead of what you wish were happening. You reach for your phone first thing in the morning. Stop. Ask, why is this here? Why is it within arm's reach of my pillow? Then move it. Put it in another room. Charge it in the kitchen. The habit isn't not using your phone. The habit is noticing that its placement made the decision for you. You open the cookie jar at 2 p.m. Stop. Ask, why is this full? Why is this at eye level? Why is this the easiest thing to reach? Then throw them away. or put them on the highest shelf, or don't buy them next time. The habit isn't resisting cookies. The habit is noticing that their presence made resistance necessary in the first place. You sit at a messy desk and feel overwhelmed. Stop. Ask, why is this chaotic? What is this clutter doing to my focus? What decision is this mess making for me? Then clear one thing, just one. The habit isn't having a clean desk. The habit is noticing that the mess was choosing distraction on your behalf. You stay up too late watching content you don't even enjoy. Stop. Ask, why is the TV still on? Why is the remote closer than my book? Why is the path of least resistance leading me somewhere I don't want to go? Then change the path. Put the remote in a drawer. Put the book on the couch. Make the right choice the lazy choice. You notice your gym bag is buried in the closet. You ask, why is this hidden? Why does getting to the gym require 7 steps before I even leave the house? Then you put it by the door. You sleep in your workout clothes. You make the friction disappear. Every environment is a vote. Every object placement is a suggestion. And right now, your environment is voting against you 100 times a day. The keystone habit is noticing those votes before they're cast. The habit is not the action. The habit is the pause before the action. That pause is where you become human instead of automatic. That pause is where you take back the steering wheel from your surroundings. Most of your day is not decided by you. It is decided by whatever is closest, whatever is brightest, whatever is loudest, whatever is sweetest, whatever requires the least effort to reach. You think you're in control, but control is an illusion when your environment is designed against you. And most environments are. They're designed by companies who want your attention, by algorithms who want your time, by convenience that wants your health. The one habit that changes everything is the habit of noticing. Not fighting, not resisting, not white-knuckling your way through temptation. Just noticing, because once you notice, the spell breaks. Once you see the puppet strings, you can't unsee them. And once you can't unsee them, cutting them becomes inevitable. You don't need more discipline. You need more awareness. Discipline is the brute force solution. Awareness is the elegant one. The people who seem to have iron willpower, they don't. They have clear sight. They see the trap before they step in it. They notice the trigger before it fires. They redesign the path before they walk it. And that single skill, the skill of noticing, is the foundation upon which every other habit is built. Without awareness, discipline is just suffering with a schedule. With awareness, discipline becomes almost unnecessary. Because when you see clearly, the right choice stops being hard. It starts being obvious. You don't need a morning routine. You don't need a productivity app. You don't need another book about habits. You need 1 second of awareness before you act. That's it. Pause. See. Choose. One question. One moment. One habit. Everything else follows. The dominoes are already lined up. You just need to see which one is first. Push it, and then watch everything else become easier. Not because you changed who you are, but because you finally saw what was changing you.